वो अनफेवरेबल कंडीशन में जो थिक वॉल फॉर्म करता है बैक्टीरिया।
मेरा क्लास है।
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello. Good evening, Ronak.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Okay. I'll just start in 2 minutes. Okay? I'll just.
Room draw করবেন আমি জানি কি করে ড্র করতে আমি জানি কত দেখি I am a disco dancer. Ten, ten. সাধারণ করতে পারছি না ভাই
Okay. So, good evening, everyone. How are you doing? We have 9 people here. Good. So, okay. Who's Pratish? So, I think you can start. Everyone is ready for the class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So, I'll begin. So, the topic of today's study is very simple. The topic is graphical representation of linear motion. So, hope everyone is able to see this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So, first of all, let us see what is linear motion. We know linear means straight line. Linear means straight. So, linear motion means motion in a straight line. Okay. That is called linear motion. And what is graphical representation? Graphical representation basically means graphs.
Graph papers.
Graphic in graphs papers in graphical forms.
The graphical representation just means that we are dealing in graphs. Okay. So now you might ask, sir, what is the use of graphs? You know, graphs are so complicated. so messy. So many lines you have to draw and so many units. You must have had this experience, right? Dealing with graphs actually. So what is the use of graphs? Does anyone have any idea?
Sir, can I have an answer?
Yeah? Yeah, you can
Sir,
try.
can I give a try?
Yeah, try.
Sir,
Make the presentation easier.
To make the presentation
to
easier.
compare
Sir, to represent information in a graphical method in order to reduce our effort. Reduce our effort.
It will reduce
Yes,
our
sir, effort, yes.
To learn in a more
sir to show relationship clearly.
Sir, to visually illustrate the data.
Yeah. So you are told all the answers. Basically, you want to visualize. You want to make things easy. Yeah. So that is why you use graphs. So now, to understand linear motion in a very easy way, we study 3 types of graphs. One is displacement time graph,
displacement time graph. Displacement distance
Velocity time graph and
velocity time.
and
Okay, let me
displacement
see.
distance.
When I'll ask a question, then that time you can answer. Now let me see. So one is displacement time, second is velocity time, third is acceleration.
acceleration.
So these are generally the 3 graphs we see during the linear motion. Okay. Now these 3 graphs are very important. All the 3 graphs are very important to understand. Why it is important? Because the topic of linear motion is in your higher studies also, especially during your 11th and 12th. So anyone who is willing to prepare for competitive examination. So to understand this is very important. Many questions generally come from this. And one more thing is that it is this, like, understanding these graphs is very important because you are able to relate the real world with the graphs. So basically, while drawing a graph, you are relating the real world incidents with the graph. So that is very important. So this skill is required in all the topics of physics, at least all the major topics of physics. Whatever there is in the real world, you should be able to relate it with the graphs. Okay, so that is this topic is very important. So let us move on. So the first graph we will be studying is displacement time graph. So I will just simply written as ST graph. So in the displacement time graph, basically we plot time on the x-axis and displacement of the particle on the y-axis. Okay. Now what do I mean by this? So let me give a small illustration. You'll be able to understand this. Suppose I have what you can say, a car. Or I have a truck. So I can say that this truck starts from s equals to 0 and t equals to 0. That means I am saying that initially the truck is at 0 displacement and the time of measurement is also 0. Okay. Now we see that the truck driver is there and he starts the truck, and the truck starts to move towards the right direction. So after some time, this truck will move, go ahead. Okay. So let us say that the truck is here. You can draw it like this. Let us say that the truck ends up being here. So it is given that the truck has traveled a distance of 10 meters, and the time which the truck took to cover this 10 meters is 3 seconds. Okay. Then again the truck goes forward. So if you observe the truck will go ahead and go. Here the displacement is 12 meters and the time of observation is 12 meters. Okay. Displacement is 15 meters and time is suppose 5 seconds. So now this is the motion of the truck which you are observing. This is the linear motion of the truck which you are observing. Linear motion of truck. So at t equals to 0 initially, the particle is at 0 distance. Then after some time the truck moves ahead. So in the next 3 seconds it covers a distance of 10 meters. And again after some time it covers a distance of 15 meters. Now this is the real thing. This is what is happening in the reality. The truck is moving in a particular direction. Now what does the graph do? The graph represents this entire motion. So the job of the graph is to represent the entire motion in a very simple form. So now let us try to plot this. So this is the ST curve, displacement time curve. So here there will be two coordinates, S and T. There will be two coordinates, S and T. So initially at t equals to 0, our displacement is 0. That is why the point will be here, 0, 0. Then at t equals to 3 seconds, the displacement is 10 meters. So let's say that t equal to 3 seconds is somewhere here. So displacement will be suppose somewhere here. This is 10 seconds. 10 meters. So the next point of observation is here. This is 10, 3. And then the third point of observation is t equals to 5 seconds and displacement equals to 15 meters. So let's say this is 5 seconds and displacement will be somewhere here. So it is 15, 5. Okay. So now we have plotted these 3 points of observation on the graph, and now you want to plot the graph. So it will be roughly something like this. Something roughly. Okay. So this is the way of plotting a graph. If you plot this in the real graph, if you take that green colored sheet, then you will get a more accurate diagram, because I have not drawn it to scale. But this is the essence. So basically the graph is converting the real motion into a graphical form. And just by seeing the graphical form, we can understand the motion, how the motion is happening. Okay. Okay. So is this part clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Anyone has any doubt in this? Pratyush, Ronak, Swapnapit? Yes? I'm not hearing anything. Yes,
Sir, no doubt.
Swapnapit, is it clear?
No doubt.
Sir, no doubt.
Okay, good. So now you might think, sir, this is a very simple, basic thing. We know all this from a long time.
Formula.
But this is fundamental, and we have to be very clear in this. So many a times students make mistake. That is why I'm focusing this again. And okay. Now one more thing is there. Suppose there is another example. Suppose there is a submarine. You want to observe the motion of a submarine. So will it be possible to observe the motion of submarine? Hope everyone knows what a submarine is, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So submarine is what you can say. It is a vehicle which goes underwater.
Kind of a ship which can submerge in the sea.
Yeah. So
Sir, we can see its motion when it's on the surface of the sea, but we cannot see when it is under.
yeah, so to observe the motion of a submarine is quite difficult because it moves underwater. So how will we? It is very difficult to see where the submarine is, at what time, how much the submarine is covered, like how much distance the submarine has covered, what direction it is moving. All these things are variable. We cannot see and understand. It's very difficult to see with our eyes.
Sir, the observing the motion of a submarine is also related to that of satellite because it has some connection with the satellites, some sort of reflection, and then we get to know it.
Yeah, that is very high technology. So you're talking about radars.
Yes, sir.
But
If a ship is traveling above the submarine, we can detect the position of the submarine.
yeah, if the ship is above the water surface, then we can detect. But generally it is not. But the purpose of submarine is to go underwater. So that is why now we cannot see the submarine with our naked eyes. But you want to understand the motion of the submarine. So here comes the use of graphs. So by plotting the displacement time curve of the submarine, we can understand its motion. We can understand how it is moving. Is there some faults?
Unmute.
All these things can be analyzed by seeing the displacement time curve. So this is one practical use of the graph. And plus, like that, there are many uses. So, okay. So let us move ahead. As last time I had told, there are some typical cases which we have to study. Suppose our body is at rest. Suppose our body is at rest. That means what? Body stays where it is. So the car is here and it is here only. Okay. At t equals to 0, 1, 2, the displacement of the particle is 0. That means the body is placed where it is only. So how will the curve be?
Parallel to the time.
The curve will be a straight line. So the curve is something like this. Okay. So because the body is at rest, the displacement is not changing. So the curve will be a straight line parallel to the x-axis. Okay. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Here is it clear to you? Okay, I think it's clear. So this is first case, simple. If the body is at rest, the curve will be like this. Now another interesting case which we study. That body is in uniform motion.
Body uniform motion.
First of all, what does this uniform motion mean? This means that, let me take an example instead of giving the definition. So, suppose I've been given this table. Suppose I've been given a table, this time in seconds, and this displacement in meters. Okay. So at t equals to 0, displacement is given as 0. Then at t equals to 1, displacement is given as 20. T equals to 2, this is given as 40. T equals to 3, this is given as 60. T equals to 4, it is given as 80. So at different times, the displacement of the particle has been given in the table. Okay. Let me draw one more table, so you may be able to see what is the difference. So let me draw one more table. This is T. This 0, 0, 2, 20, 4, 40, 6, 20, 8, 0. So I have been given two different tables of displacement and time. Okay. So now this kind of motion, that first table, this is called uniform motion. This kind of motion is called uniform motion. What do you mean by uniform motion? This means that you're covering equal distance
In equal interval of time.
In equal interval of time.
In equal interval of time.
Yeah, in equal interval of time. This is called uniform motion. So how do you see this in the table? At t equals to 0, displacement is 0. At t equals to 1, displacement is 20. That means in 1 second, I have covered a distance of 20 meters. Okay. So the time interval is 1 second and displacement is 20. Now from 1 second to 2 seconds, again the time interval is 1 second. And the distance covered is 40 minus 20. Again 20 meters. So like this, if you see, every 1 second, the displacement covered is 20 meters. This is 20 meters. From here to here, 20 meters. This 20 meters. This 20. So that is why we say that this is a uniform motion. Okay. Now the second example is an example of non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion. So what do you mean by non-uniform motion? Here in equal intervals of time, we are covering unequal distances. Yeah, anyone has any doubt? Pawan, you have a doubt? So we are covering unequal distances in equal intervals of time. So here distance covered is 20. Here distance covered is 20. Here minus 20. Minus 20. Okay. So this is an example of non-uniform motion. So first one you can plot easily. First one, if you plot, this will be a straight line. You can plot it properly also later. So it's a straight line like this. And second one, if you plot, it will be something like this. Can anyone tell how the second one will be?
Triangle means angle like
What? Angle?
what will form a triangle.
It will form a triangle. So Anushita is telling you to do a triangle. What about others? Yes, Ronak, what do you think? I didn't got my question right. The question is, what will be the graph of this second table?
Sir, a triangle.
Okay, Srijita is showing a triangle. Okay. What about others?
Triangle.
Okay, Pawan is also saying a triangle. Narith is saying it will be curved. Okay. Seems like it will be curved only. Swapnavit is showing triangle also. Adrita, what do you say?
It's a triangle.
Okay, he is also saying triangle. Good. What about Shreya? Yes, Shreya, what do you think?
Sir, triangle.
Okay, everyone say triangle only. Okay. So if this is a triangle, so let me plot this triangle. At t equals to 0, displacement is 0. At t equals to 4 seconds, the displacement is 40 meters. This given is 40 meters. And at t equals to 8, again the displacement is 0. So that means we will get a curve like this.
Yes, sir, I got a curve when I plotted it on a graph paper. That's what I'm thinking.
Who is saying Ashmita? Who is this?
Yes, sir, I'm using a graph paper and I got a curve, and when everyone is telling it's a triangle, I got scared.
It will be a triangle only.
But I'm getting a curve. Really? It will be a triangle.
Yeah, it will be a triangle.
If you try to plot it properly,
Triangle.
it will be a triangle only.
But I'm getting a curve.
You try to plot the points properly.
Because till 40 it is uniform motion
Till
and
40
then
is uniform, and then after that it's decreasing.
decreasing, uniformly decreasing.
I think if you plot it properly, Ashmita will get the triangle only.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Triangle.
So this is a triangle only. So we get a triangle like this. Okay. So let us go one step further. Now, should I do it here only? How do you find out velocity from this curve?
So the slope will represent the velocity.
The slope will represent
Yeah.
the velocity.
So slope will represent the velocity. So if you have the slope of this curve, so let this angle be theta. So the slope will be the velocity of the curve. So what will be the velocity of first motion? Can anyone tell?
So tan theta.
Velocity of first motion?
So can you please repeat the question?
What will be the velocity of the first motion, the first part which I
So 20 meter per second.
Sir, what
Okay,
is
so
the
20 meter per second.
20 meter per second. Okay, good. So
the
this is,
direction?
yeah, what is the
The direction is not given.
direction is not given.
It is displacement.
It is given, na? The particle is going in
It
the
is
forward direction.
displacement.
Yes.
So 20 meter per second.
Yeah, I
Yes, 20
understand.
meters per second.
Your doubt is stages of the direction is not given. है ना?
Displacement is given and displacement is
Yeah, so displacement is, as the displacement is
Total
increasing,
distance. Yes.
that means the particle is moving towards the right direction. ठीक है? So ये velocity will be 20 meter per second. Okay. So what about this case? That this point be O, this point be A, point be P. So what is the velocity in the motion O and A, between O and A?
Sir 0.
Please give a right answer. Please give a correct answer.
Sir 0 it will be. No, till the OA.
10 meter per second.
Sir 10 meter per second. Till OA 10 meter per
First you
second.
think, then you can tell the answer. Don't just tell. First think, then tell the answer.
10 meter per second.
I'm not going to run anywhere else. So you can think, solve, get the correct answer, and then tell me. Like, accuracy is very important. We don't want some apple answers. Yes, Anushrita?
So 10 meter per second till OA. Means OA it is till 10 meter per second.
Okay, you are telling 10. What about others?
So 10 meter per second. If we divide
10 meter per second from O to A.
Okay, people are telling.
sir, because if we take displacements till 40 meter and time as 4 seconds, we are getting 10 meter per second.
Okay. So Pawan is saying 10 meter per second. Many are telling 10. So here velocity will be the slope of this curve O and A. So slope we can calculate. Basically you can just calculate using this. This is 40, 4, the coordinates of this point, and coordinates of O will be 0, 0. So basically if you have been given two coordinates, let me say this as x1, y1 and x2, y2. So the slope between these 2 points is, this can be written as y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So between any 2 given points, the slope can be written like this: y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, where x1, y1, x2, y2 are the coordinates. This is very important. Okay.
The slope can be represented by A.
What is A? No. So slope can be written as y2 minus 1 by x2 minus x1. So this is 40 minus 0 divided by 4 minus 0. So this is 10 meter per second. So good. Some people got the right answers. That is very nice. Now, can you tell me what is the velocity between A and B?
So minus 10
meter per second.
meter per second.
Okay. So Anushita is saying minus 10. Pawan is also saying
Per second.
Why suddenly it became minus 10? Why it became negative?
Deceleration is minus 10 or retardation is 10 meter per second.
So if I just again take the slope of AB curve, so the coordinates of this point will be 0, 8, So here we can write y2 minus y1. So this is y2 is 0 minus y1 is 40 divided by x2 minus x1. This is 8 minus 4. So we get this as minus 40 by 4. This is minus 10 meter per second. Okay, is this clear to everyone? Anyone has any doubts in this?
No, sir.
Anyone you can just ask. No problem. Ronak, Pratyush, Shreya, yeah. If you all have any doubts, you can just ask.
No, sir.
Okay. There's no need to be shy. At least in my class, there's no need to be shy because generally I don't scold students. So you can just ask your doubts. Actually, you are all very intelligent students. During my 9th standard, I was not as intelligent as you are. So that is why you are learning very fast. Still, if you have any doubts, you can just tell me in between. Okay. Yeah, someone is pointing something. Any doubt in there? Okay. So this is about 2 cases. Okay, next. So one thing is that at the end of the class, I'll be giving the slides. So you can, if you miss out some notes, you can note that time also. Okay. So please do make good notes. And you have to show me the notes after the classes begin, offline also. Okay. So it should be very good notes, very neat and clean.
Sir,
Yeah.
what is the velocity of A and B? A to B.
Velocity from A to B is minus 10.
Yes, sir.
This is minus 10 meter per second. Okay. So can anyone tell me what is the velocity from O to B?
Sir, 0.
0, 0, 0.
So,
0, sir.
Sir, 0.
0.
0, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yes,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
0.
Sir.
But how can I be sure? The particle is moving, right? It moves so much. So how can the velocity be 0?
Sir, displacement.
So velocity will be 0. Speed will be something.
Speed will be
10 meter per second.
So what will be the speed then if velocity is 0?
So we have to get the distance there.
Yes.
Can anyone calculate the speed between O and B?
Displacement by time. So here the displacement becomes.
Please tell me the speed.
So for getting the speed, we need this distance. Because distance can't be 0.
The distance is not 0. So you have to tell me what is the
Displacement
speed.
is 0. Sir.
So distance is not given here.
It is given. Everything is given.
Displacement is given, sir.
There is something like
In this case, because it is a linear motion, the distance and the displacement is same.
Yeah.
oh, Pawan is saying that distance is 0. How is it possible, Pawan? I cannot believe this.
Distance is not 0, sir. Distance is not 0. Displacement is 0.
Displacement is also not 0 because it went up to some time.
Displacement is 0. Displacement is 0.
Yeah, so displacement is 0.
No, displacement is 80 meters.
Okay.
No, displacement is 0.
Second case.
Big fight here.
Yeah, displacement is 0.
Some people are saying displacement is not 0.
O to B distance is 0. Displacement is 0.
Some people are saying it is 0. Some people are saying it is. I
Sir,
don't-
but it didn't reach that point from where it is started. How we know that it reached the point where it is started? It is not mentioned
Because
there.
it is given in the graph. Because it is given in the graph.
Okay, don't fight, Baba. At least. Let us see what is given. So in the graph, it is given like this. we have been given some points. This is 4 seconds. This is 8 seconds. Let me just erase this. And the maximum, this is 40 meters. This is given us. Let me have this point here somewhere. So the graph is given something like this. Okay, so is the displacement time graph here. So I had plotted these points O, A, and B. And my question was from OB, what is the velocity and what is the speed?
So it's 0.
Now please tell a conclusive answer. And you have to explain also why it should be. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So first of all thing.
Sir, can I explain why it is not 0?
So can I explain why it is 0?
Okay, first of all, I would like to hear Pawan.
Sir?
Pawan, you can tell. Why it is not 0?
Sir, if with your permission, can I animate a bit?
Yeah, you can
Small.
tell.
Huh?
You can tell me.
Sir, can you please draw a straight line?
Drawing a straight line. Okay.
Yes, sir.
How it
Sir,
should
because
be?
you don't. Sir,
Curve.
because it is a linear motion.
Okay.
So, suppose a car started at point A. Let us assume that a car started at point A.
Point
or a
A.
vehicle started. Yes, sir. Anywhere on the line.
Okay.
So, it was given that at first it moved with a speed of 10 meters per second up to 4 seconds and then it stopped. So, it will go up to somewhere point B.
Okay.
So, its speed decreased, but it reached, it did not go back to its original position or the initial position. So, why will the velocity be 0? It was a linear motion, not a circular motion. And it is nowhere mentioned so that it took a U-turn and went back.
Okay. Can I just redraw this? I'll just change the names so it might be more clear. So here the point, this point O, this is point B, and somewhere in between there was the point A, according to our graph. Okay. Something like this. So from O to A, you are saying that the speed was 10 meters per second in this direction, right?
Yes, sir.
And then from A to B?
Here to here, it was minus 10 meters per second.
So speed direction will be how much? Direction will be left side, right?
So, but it can be retardation also. It can be taken as retardation also, sir, without changing the direction.
The retardation's unit
Okay.
is meter per second square.
Okay, now I want to hear from Anushita. What is it?
So from O to A, we have found that the velocity is 10 meters per second. And from A to B, we have found that the velocity is minus 10 meters per second. And if we add them to get the velocity of O to B, then we are getting 0 meters per second.
But can you just add the velocities like that? I don't think so.
sir, from O to A,
Yes, so we can add.
the speed is 10 meter per second, and A to B is minus 10 meter per second. So in the first
Minus
case,
10 meter per second. If we add,
direction is towards the right, and in second case, the direction is towards negative direction. Means
Okay.
it was left.
Okay. So let me just draw one more diagram, and you can tell me which one is the correct one. So the car went like this up till point A. So first of all, from O to A, the car went, and then again the car came back. So it might be something like this. This is the first argument by Pawan, and this is the second argument by Anushrita and Srijita. So, which of the two motions is the correct representation of the graph? Basically, the second one is like this. First, the car is going forwards, then it is going backwards. And in this case, the car is going forwards, and it is only going forwards. And it is stopping at point B. So which one is the correct representation of the graph? Is my question clear to everyone? Or is it going above your heads? I think it is going above all of your minds. Yes, Ashmita, what do you think?
Sir, I think it's the second one, maybe.
Okay, Narit is also saying second. Ashmita is also saying second. What do you think, Ronak? Which one it should be? Yes, Ronak, Shreya, what do you think?
I think the second one.
Shreya is again second one. Everyone is saying second one. Okay. What do you think, Pawan, now? Yes, Pawan.
Sir?
First one, second one.
I will start with my notification first.
Okay. So the answer is second. So initially the car is going towards the right, which is this motion. Here the velocity is plus 10 meter per second. And then the car is going towards the left again back. So this is minus 10 meter per second. So because the direction of velocity has changed, it has become minus. That means it will go backwards. Initially, if this direction is positive, then obviously the opposite direction has to be taken as negative. So this is the motion of the car. Okay. So that means from O to B, the displacement is 0. Okay. That means the velocity is how much? It is also 0. This is the first one. So OB, the displacement is 0. That is the velocity is 0. Now if you want to calculate the distance, how can you calculate the distance? Okay, there's a homework for you. You can try this. You can calculate the distance, then try to find out the speed.
0. So information is less, so how can we find the distance?
Information is enough. I'm telling now. That is from the graph you can decipher how much is the distance. Okay. Okay, Nishit. So you have to find out the distance, and from that you have to find out what is the speed of the particle between O and B. Speed of the car. Okay, is the question clear to everyone? Yes.
Yes.
Homework clear?
Sir, shall I say the distance?
No, there is no homework.
Can you repeat the question once?
Question is you have to find out what is the distance between O to B, O point to B point, and correspondingly what will be the speed of the particle.
Okay, sir.
You have to find out distance between O and B. What will be the speed between point O and B? These two you have to find out. So this is your homework for today. Okay. Let us move ahead. So this is the displacement time curve for body at rest and the body at uniform motion and non-uniform motion. We saw two cases. There's one more interesting case which is not much in detail in your syllabus, but it is given in the book. This is the case where the velocity of a particle varies. So I'll just draw the curve to illustrate the point better. So I've been given, suppose, displacement versus time. And the curve is something like this. Give me the different color. Okay. So the curve is something like this. Okay. So this is the displacement time curve, and here if you observe carefully, this is not a straight line. This is not a straight line. This is a curved path. The curved path. So what does this curved path mean? This means that
The non-uniform motion.
yeah, it's
Non-uniform
non-uniform.
motion.
But one more thing you can decipher is that at every point the slope is different. Suppose I try to observe some points here. I take this point, this point, this point, this point, and I try to see what is the slope. So here the slope will be something like this. Then at this point, the slope will be something like this. Okay. So this is a very rough one. So if you observe at all the points, the slope is changing. At all points, the slope of this curve is changing. So that means the velocity at all points is changing. Right? Because the slope is changing, that is the velocity at all points. Velocity at all points is changing. Okay. So this is the conclusion. Okay. That means the velocity is variable. Okay. So is this curve clear to everyone? Anyone has any doubts in this curve? Yes, Pratyush, Ronak. Any doubt in this?
No, sir.
So,
Okay. So this is the third case. So this was about the displacement time curve. So based on what I've taught today, there are some conclusions which can be drawn. Like, so when is the curve, displacement time curve straight line? When is it line inclined to the x-axis? These things we studied today. If the curve is like this, if the curve is like this, if the curve is like this. So just by seeing this curve, we can tell how the motion is occurring. What kind of motion is there? Yeah. And we can tell velocity and all. So these are the some things we studied. Okay. What to do now? I think you can do one more concept. Time is little less. So everyone can listen very carefully. So now we'll see the velocity time curve also. This is another curve, velocity time. Everyone is ready for this, right? No one is bored now.
No.
Okay. So now I'm plotting velocity of particle versus time. Okay. So I'm plotting velocity of particle versus time.
So it will represent acceleration. So its slope represent acceleration.
Let me first draw what this is, then we'll go ahead. Okay. This is the velocity time curve given. So I'm plotting velocity in the y-axis and I'm plotting time in the x-axis. Okay. So suppose I take a simple case. Case 1 again I take the same. That body is at rest. So if the body is at rest, how will the curve look like?
So it will be on the x-axis. It will be on the x-axis.
Parallel to the x-axis.
Yeah, it will be parallel to.
So it will be on the x-axis, not the parallel to. It will be on.
On the x-axis.
On the x-axis, yes.
Okay. This is the case 1. Velocity, body is at rest, so velocity is 0. Then case 2, the particle is moving with uniform velocity.
So it will be parallel to
How it will be
t-axis, means x-axis.
Like last time.
Okay. So in this case, it will be parallel to x-axis. As people are saying, I am drawing it. Okay. It will be parallel to x-axis. Why will it be parallel to x-axis?
Because velocity is constant.
Okay. Velocity
is constant.
So here velocity is constant. So at different times the velocity is same. Okay. Then again I can take another case, case 3. Velocity is increasing. So how will this curve be?
So that will be a curve.
The velocity is increasing uniformly again.
Just straight line.
So slanting line.
So diagonal.
Straight line, sir.
So diagonal.
So slanting line. Straight line, slanting
Straight line.
Yeah. It is a line inclined to the x-axis. So it will be something like this. Someone is drawing it. Okay. So they are generally the 3 cases which we study. And 4th case might be that velocity is increasing non-uniformly. That can be even
So curve.
case 4. Velocity increasing non-uniformly. Non-uniformly. Okay. Yes. So इसका कर्व कैसे होगा?
The curve.
This will be like this. How will the curve be? Can anyone tell?
Sir, it will be.
The curve.
Sir, it will be a curve. Sir, going towards the y-axis.
So it will be something like this. Okay. So the other 4 cases of velocity, I'm briefly telling you about this. Okay. Okay, so based on these 2 concepts, I'll be giving some questions to all of you. You all can solve this, okay? Is it okay for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ashmita, Pavan, Adrita,
Yes, sir.
Ashmita,
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Darit, Pratyush, Ronak, Richa, Riya. अरे रिचा रिया तो बड़े लोग हैं. और कौन है? हाँ, yeah. So I'll begin some
कौन
questions.
सा चैप्टर चल रहा है?
हाँ, yeah. Who's asking?
सर कौन है? 11 के चल रहा है?
रिया, आप लोग का क्लास चालू होगा 2 मिनट में.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So everyone else, class 9 and can you just turn on your videos for a minute? I want to see all of you. You can just turn on your videos. Long time. Yes, fast, jaldi karo. Actually, I have another class for you. Okay, good. Oh, Swapnavid is in space, I think. Nice. Okay, hello Pratish. I'm seeing you for the first time, I think. Good.
It's my first class.
Okay, good. Swapnavid has come back again. Chalo. So, how was the class today? Was it very slow or okay?
No, sir.
Fine, sir.
Fine, sir.
Fine. Na? Did you find it too fundamental? Was it too basic or it was okay?
Sir, it was too basic.
It was
But very interesting.
okay. Yes, sir.
Very interesting. Okay, good. What about you, Asmita? What do you think?
It was good, especially the example which you gave that about submarines.
Submarines. Okay.
I like that part.
Okay, nice. So I'll be giving a very tough assignment now. Last time it was very easy. So I'll try to find some tougher questions and give you all.
So,
Okay. So I want everyone to get all the answers correct.
okay, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Did you check the previous assignments?
Yeah, I've gone through all of them, but I've not marked them. Maybe I'll mark by tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm free.
Sir.
Actually, with your classes, I have to teach. I am teaching this. People who are in 12th standard right now. So they'll be giving their JEE mains and NEET examinations. So for them, it is a very crucial period. Actually, we study with them from morning 10 to night 8 p.m. So someday you'll also be doing something like that. Maybe. So as soon as I get time, I'll just correct all of it. Okay. Okay. So thank you very much. Thank you for attending the class.
Thank you, sir.
I'll upload the slides in the WhatsApp group. You can just check if you want to make some notes. And I'll give the question to the Google Classroom. So you can go through that.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Shrita, Adrita, Swapna, Ashmita, Anushita, Pavan, Hiya, Shreya, Ronak, and Nerit. Thank you. Chalo, I'm ending the meeting. Anyone wants to say something?
No, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you very much.